Let's go ahead and jump to the face-off. Game over versus Pub Stars. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, good evening.
Hello.
All right, Independent, we're going to start with you. Good to see you, sir. It's been a while since we've seen you on camera. What has been the mentality of the team for WGLNA so far, and how are you feeling about this matchup against Game Over?
We're feeling all right. We had a couple problems. We were always trying to go for the win. Sometimes we mess up, go a little bit too aggressive. We've been working on it, so we should be all right.
Do you think being too aggressive can be a bad thing, or is it a good thing that you just have to kind of harness?
Sometimes we forget about some of the basics, and we just kind of go straight for it. So we have to sometimes take a little bit more time and think it through before we make the final call.
Well, at least you go for it. That is commendable. Gigmaster over at Game Over. Again, a surprising team. 3 wins, 1 loss. You did have the loss against Cunningham's. How are you feeling about this matchup against Pub Stars?
We're excited with this battle. Actually, we're excited with the whole team, with our campaign. I think now that we're starting to believe what we can do, I think that's the point.
Is the toughest obstacle for you right now is trying to get to Vegas, not just the leagues themselves, but logistically?
Yeah, that's the point. Now I'm starting to hear people asking about, oh, okay, so where's my passport? Where's my visa? Stuff like that. Now that people are believing on, we can get there.
Yeah, you guys better get on your passports here pretty soon if you're gonna make it to Vegas.
Most of us got the passport already, but now that people are starting to realize that we have a true chance to be there, so that's curious.
Right, well, Pub Stars also has a chance as well. So Game Over, do you have any words for Pub Stars before we start this match?
Let's have a good game, man. Good luck.
Independent.
Same to you.
Okay, gentlemen, go ahead and checking my notes here to see who has the higher seed. That will be Game Over. Game Over. Heads or tails on the coin flip?
Heads.
Heads. Go and flip the coin. It is tails. Pub Stars, map choice or defer?
Cliff.
They're going to choose Cliff. Game Over.
Oh, man.
North or south on Cliff?
We're going to pick north.
They're going to pick north side on Cliff. Wow, not going for the deferral. Independent, I like your style. Gentlemen, best of luck and have fun.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Well, isn't this interesting? We have the Pub Stars, who are on the south side in the blue, are going to be running all AMX 1390s, whereas Game Over, all 1390s, except one T69.
Intriguing indeed. Again, Dorfa will be the one of the T69 on the side of Game Over, as you mentioned, red to the north. And Rafa Beta will be leading the charge in his 1390. Nip 100 will be right behind him, along with Enrique Dante. Taking Daka in his 1390, maybe highlighting into an east push. No, that will not be the case. And here's going to be the meetup in the center section. 7 is spotted in the 1390, just below the rock surface. Independent, the next one to be spotted. Nip 100 trying to set up a good flank here. Taking Daka, just going straight into the firefight. Tries to get a shot against one of the tanks. It's a miss. A shot does ring out against Nip 100. He is hit, but Red Paradise takes a hit on his side. 852 out of 1100. Thinking Daka maybe going to try to push in against Red Paradise. However, that'll be very, very, very dangerous for him, since there will be 3 tanks ready to line up some fire. Independent is the one that is furthest to the west. But look at the spread from Game Over. They did not fully commit all their tanks into the center area. Rafa could set up a really good flank on the other side in that donut.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That would be a fantastic move. It looks like Independent might be going for a mirror move a bit late in the game. But he is moving out, but he's out in the open, and he's down to 832, 577. He's taking numerous hits. Down to 105. Will he go down? And a bounce. He won't go down. Independent will live at 105 hit points, but Rafa Beta from the west is going to peek out, and he will finish off Independent. Good call there, Clutch.
That flank from Rafa Beta right around that donut, and now he's going to try to land a couple more hits into the sides of Pub Stars, and they're going to take some serious damage here and pull back, allowing tanking Daka and Enrique Dante to get to the top of that mountain and unload upon them. Another tank goes down. Enrique Dante gets that kill. Enrique Dante is going to pull back. He does not have any damage against his tank. Tanking Daka does. However, he falls in to give a nice retreating fire into the tanks. Gondorfo is going to be firing into Captain No Pants And Captain No Pants is down 158 out of 1100 HP. Rafa Beta now is going to be able to cruise in here, fully locked, stocked, ready to go, and unload upon these tanks that are remaining from
Just
Pubstars.
superior positional play out of game over. Just the rest of this match should be a formality with Gandorfo having it. He didn't even get to fight, and there he is, ram kill on the 1390. It's over, guys.
4 tanks left alive,
Fantastic
and now they're going to
play.
be on the chase. Taking Daka takes out the T1, and now they're going to be chasing what's left of Pubstars. However, Captain No Pants maybe turning around for a fight here. Nope, T1's going to do some damage against him. Gandorfo's going to shoot right into his side. Nope, Taking Daka will get that kill. And now only 1 tank remains, and that's Yankee, and he's going to be on the run. Could he try to survive against all of the firepower game over? Not likely, but there is a chance.
Oh, there's always a chance, but this one is so minuscule right now.
Yeah, it is very minuscule. He is able to spot the T1. Yankee spotted, and now Taking Daka is going to go for the ram kill. Booyah, there goes the T1. Taking Daka gets the final kill, and game over. Takes battle number 1. The map choice was Pubstars. They did not go for the deferral. They went for the initial map choice.
It's
What
wow.
happened?
It was just these 1390s booked it all to middle. They went all the way to the middle of the map and just grouped up there. I guess they were expecting somehow to get a jump or catch some tanks out and then unload with all the 1390s, but when that didn't happen, they backed off, took a kind of defensive stance, and then they were completely surrounded. You have numerous members of Game Over having cross shots from different directions.
Yep.
Superior positional play is probably what breaks down this entire battle for Game Over.
It's that line spread along the center of that map. And we saw that previously in another team, but they had a tank destroyer with them covering from the rear to not allow any movement into their side of that map. But let's go ahead and jump into the stats that I have for Rafa Beta. This was a huge positional play from this 1390, able to land 7 of his 9 shots, unloading a lot of damage, 1522. And that is the most damage he was able to do on his team per tank of that 1,522 damage. So well played by him, getting in the right time, right position around that donut, and landing those shots against the rest of those tanks.
Yeah, and definitely when Independent tried to go out into the open to get to the west to counter Rafa Beta's amazing position, he got lit up because of the timing. You have to get out to that position so early in the match, or else you risk seeing exactly what happened to Independent. He got ripped apart. Tanks were in position, ready to punish him for that, and that just set it all in motion, gave all the advantage to Game Over. They were to bring it home from there.
They were able to bring it home in battle number 1, but it's still anybody's match. Game Over is up 1-0 against Pubstars. Take a quick break. We come back. Battle number 2. Stay tuned. You're watching WGLNA. As a reminder, there is no 8-point rule. You have to destroy all of your opponent's tanks or go for the capture. And Commander J is going to try to go for the capture, but he's not going to have enough time to get it. He's maybe trying to force away his teammates from try to force away his opponents from Countess, but Countess is going to get hit from the side here from Morella as Morella tries to approach. He does. He's in the 4-1-6. Countess backs up. He misses.
Countess is gonna fall.
Is stuck.
He's falling in the water.
He's falling into the water.
Okay, go back.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
God damn
He
it.
didn't fall back. Like I planned.
That's funny.
That's perfect.
That is perfect.
What's going on?
He's stuck where they can't shoot him, and he isn't quite drowning yet.
That is awesome.
He's
Jay.
gonna try to ram on top. So
Yeah.
You have time, the east side of the... You have time. No, we don't.
I'm not going to be able to get back up if I kill him.
No,
I
yeah,
know.
but you don't need to.
Villa,
You just need to kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
But you
it's
have time.
dependent on
Just
Indy.
You
go for the
Indy have
Goomba.
time.
Just Goomba his ass.
Yeah, but we don't want to let Indy die. Indy's getting shot.
I'm gonna
can't lose both.
die. He's
God.
Oh,
No way.
nice.
Jay, if you can get him,
no way.
get him,
you
Jay.
killing
Get him,
Jay?
Jay. Shoot him.
Kill.
Nice. Kill him.
Oh, is he gonna drown?
Oh,
Yes! Oh my god.
That is awesome.
No friggin' way.
oh my
He
god.
fell in the water. You guys,
know,
I slid
but-
off.
I know, but you had time. The only way we could have won that.
Okay, you told me to Goomba. I Goomba'd.
We're
I slid
fine.
right off.
We
was
had
it.
that one. Don't worry about it.
What the hell happened over there?
He jumped off. He tried to ram Connus, and he jumped off.
Oh, that was wow.
That's highlight material right there. That's RNG stuff.
Pretty much says it all.
That's better than I ever could have expected, Clutch. That's so beautiful.
Well, I also have to thank our editors as well, but it was fun putting that script together.
Oh,
and you know, it's got to be tough on this map for Pup Stars. I know that they can overcome it. I know that they can reach that next level they need to as a team in order to make it to Vegas again. But we're gonna have to see that now. This is when it matters. If not, then in Season 3, game over. The dark horse team, the team that we really didn't even expect to be performing this well because they were new to the league, but not new to competitive play when it comes to World of Tanks. But let's go ahead and jump into the next battle. It's going to be on Himmelsdorf. 1163 is going to hold the line as Gandorfo is going to try to set up another approach down the 6-7 line. And again, setting up these flanks down these avenues is the strength of strategy here between these buildings. But Marsh 166 receives another shot from the 5100. Oh, 8 HP left for Marsh 166. Gandorfo's going to hide around the corner as Zevin's going to try to charge against him. Gandorfo gets the last hit, but Zevin is going to move in. 64 HP left on the IS-3, and he's able to get that kill, but Captain No Pants is able to take down the 5100, the last one remaining for game over. Captain No Pants trying to unload. One more shot against the IS-3. He does just around the corner with a tracking shot. Independent in his IS-3 is going to try to hold against Tanking Daka as long as he can. He simply needs to get one more hit. He does. Beautiful play by Pub Stars here.
But it looks like Captain No Pants is reloading now. I think that was his last shell. Maybe one more shot. Now he has to be empty. And Henrique Dante is going to have all the time in the world to destroy Captain No Pants as he flees for his life.
He is going to flee for his life. 271 out of 1400. Enrique Dante, not the auto loader. He has a reload speed of just about, 5 to 6 seconds, would you say, in an IS-3?
IS-3 is more like 8 or 9.
8 or 9, but with a full crew, they're able to get that last kill. Miserable. The only one left alive with 33 seconds could make this a draw.
That is exactly what they need right now. It's only one up for game over. That doesn't mean it's over yet for the Pub Stars if they draw this. It does look like Henrique Dante does have a good indication of where Miserable is, though, and he's going to head west. He's headed in the right direction. Miserable, though, has no idea that this IS-3 is on the way, and he actually has no escape route if he's spotted. That's one thing about this T1. Probably could improve this position. If he's spotted, there's no escape.
He's going to be able to spot him, but it's going to be too late.
Is it?
And the last second. Miserable plays it right. Draw is the conclusion for that battle.
All right, for the Pub Stars, we have two 5100s and two IS-3s, along with actually an Object 416. Not actually that uncommon for this map, but a more common lineup that we've seen is 3 AMX 5100s and 2 IS-3s for game over.
Yeah, intriguing to see that 416. Game over in the red to the south, to the blue. We got Pub Stars in the north side.
And there's Rella taking up what no one is surprised by, taking up a position on the 5-6 line in his Object 416. And he's just going to try and spot down this line. Medium tanks having a little bit better camo than heavies. So he's probably going to spot down anyone else who would be out there. It doesn't look like any members of Game Over are actually going to be in the 5-6 line, as it looks like they're taking.
Daka tries to get a shot against Marsh 166. That shot does not ring true, does not land. He may go for another one after that 8-second reload speed here for the IS-3.
No one gets spotted, actually, for Game Over. I don't see, like, Marsh hasn't spotted anyone at all.
Oh, nice hit. Marsh 166. 1030 out of 1400. Tanking Daka may try to line up another shot in that.
Who is actually spotting Marsh 166 right now? Is that really Tanking Daka?
It's either Tanking Daka or Gigmaster, but it had to be Tanking Daka, so he's close enough to get that shot.
No way Gigmaster. I see him all the way
in Gigmaster's in the T1
D1.
fighting against Miserable here. That's the only tank that's more northern than Tanking Daka. He sees Sven now in the IS-3, and they don't see him.
Look at this. Gigmaster's positioning is actually kind of scaring Miserable away. Miserable, though, is trying to peek back up to see if there's anyone coming behind. But from here, Gigmaster's able to proxy spot this T1. And if Miserable peeks up too far, we could see him actually go down to any one of the T8s on the 1 line. I love this from Gigmaster. This is a very risky, but it looks like it's paying off kind of position.
Indeed, it is paying off here, at least for the time being. Gandorfo in the 5100 is going to be all the way to the back of the rest of his teammates here. While Nip 100 in the other 5100 is going to wait and see if Gigmaster is able to scout anything else before he pushes out from his position. All the way to the south, defending is going to be Drac Hero, and he's not going to see anything at all because Pubstars is in this circular area in the 4, 5, and 6 line, except for Miserable here. They're going to stay that way, but Independent could cruise a little bit further south. Nobody would expect it, at least initially. But now the rest of the 5100s may be pushing up here.
Yeah, you can actually see the confidence in each team. You can see the aggressiveness out of Game Over, how they feel confident about this match. It reflects in their play style, and you can see how much ground that Pubstars are giving. And I feel like they don't feel as confident, but that should give them a little boost as Miserable is able to take down Gigmaster. After Miserable backs off, goes dark, moves up a little bit just as Gigmaster moves up himself, and there he goes, winning in a 1v1. That's a lot for right now for Pubstars and their morale. They have that one T1. Miserable's able to take a position spotting again, and luckily for him, luckily for Game Over, they have moved out of the one line where Pubstars are now spotting down. And I don't think Pubstars are any the wiser of how moved up right now Game Over is.
No, they're not. But Pubstars trying to angle themselves to get any shots into what they think is there.
And
nothing
now they
on
do.
The east side.
They know now because Miserable has proxy spotted Rafa Beta and Nip 100. Both of those tanks are spotted out, and we should see some kind of reaction out of Pubstars in a moment. If they don't react, they're really not feeling confident, but a good shot hits Tanking Daka from Independent all the way in D5. Tanking Daka not quite prepared for that angle of approach.
No, not at all. 1124 to 1500 on his tank. Enrique Dante will be able to share some HP with him as he keeps his tank a little bit exposed to land a shot for any tanks that enter his draw distance.
And here comes Gandolfo around the corner on Zevin. He unloads and they trade shots. Shots going out on Zevin. Zevin's going to need to back around this corner, bouncing a few and taking another hit. He's down to 901. Shots getting traded back and forth. Here's the engagement clutch.
A beautiful shot against Tanking Daka as they move in for the push-up, the point push-up here on this other avenue to try to catch any of these tanks off guard, and also to hold down Captain No Pants from moving out from that building. Enrique Dante is going to push a little bit further. Now he's going to get, one shot, and that goes to Rafa Beta against that 5100. From behind, though, is Rella and the Object 416, and he's going to focus on Tanking Daka. Captain No Pants gets a kill against him. Now Enrique Dante has his turret broken in which side he's going to shoot. And that turret break is important for Pubstars to continue to get the surround and the kill. Independent's able to clean that up.
But at 5100, it looks like Rafa Beta still only at 61 hit points is able to get one more clean shot onto Zevin as Independent comes to clean him up. This fight is going in favor of Pubstars so wonderfully. Look at that reaction, just perfect bending around their opponent's attack like water, you've said in the past, Clutch.
Yep.
And it looks like it's just a matter of time because here comes Independent, and Rella misses his last shot. Independent, though, will get that.
And this is going to be a victory for Pubstars. Only one tank left to kill, though. Will be Drac here all the way to the south. It looks like Yankee may try to go for that engagement. Drac Hero is scouted. He is seen. Yankee sees him. 8 HP left on Yankee. Drac Hero has 78. This is going to be a battle for bragging rights of killing a T1. However, Captain No Pants and Rella are so close to coming in for the kill against Drac Hero. I'm going to have to pull up the stats once this battle is actually officially over to see how well the 416 did, because I have to say that was the linchpin of success for Pubstars.
Yeah, he got some crucial hits on the back of IS-3s and then on the back of some 5100s. Just the maneuverability of that tank definitely coming into play, using it properly. And there's Yankee taking down Drac Hero. Victory, Pubstars. For Pubstars, the blue team in the south, we have a Pershing 2 T69s, 2 1390s, and take a look at this, a Lowell Tractor instead of a T1, along with the T1 Cunningham. On the other side for Game Over, a T32 T69s and 2 AMX 1390s. They're bringing 2 T1s themselves. I like the Lowell Tractor picks for these teams.
I do too, for certain occasions, but I also like the T32 picks, obviously, because there's no con to this tank. However, the positioning of putting the T32 by Rafa is going more east than I had previously seen. Maybe they're going to fight from the village.
It looks like they're going to fight on either side of the train tracks, actually, along the 5, 6, 7 lines. and taking up that position is a little bit interesting, but
Whoa,
you can see
whoa!
Game Over is just going to get ripped apart because Pubstars has seen this. They see that there are tanks on the east side of the tracks, and they're going to unload on this T-32.
Nip 100 had no chance at all, and now the T-32 is at 798, now 566. Another well-timed shot completely locked this tank down at 343 HP. He's going to back up and try to line up a shot, do any damage he can before he dies, but he's further away from the firefight, and that means he may be able to roll out of here without dying. Tanking Daka and Drac Hero are all the way to the top, and they're not going to see any action at least for a little while, but Rafa has taken some serious damage. Rella the only one. No, Rella, Red
Shots
Paradise.
going out on
Bennett
Enrique
took some
Dante.
hits.
And looks like no real connections, actually, huh?
Nope, nothing was able to hit against him.
These
And
T-69s and Pershings, fantastic burst, and the maneuverability out of them. You actually saw in the opening scouting run, Pubstars recognized the positioning out of Game Over and actually capitalized on that, recognizing how split they were, how they would be unable to react properly to just a push right on over, and they've gotten a tier 8 point advantage for this. That's a huge amount of momentum, and look at this, Rafa Beta at 343. Actually, he makes a nice connection, Rafa Beta does.
He does. Enrique Dante is able to get the kill against the L Tractor. But Rafa Beta is still at such low HP for a T-32.
And Marsh is going to take down Gigmaster, who actually just took down Wick in the low tractor all the way in the south. That is a trade T1 for T1 effectively. Marsh is going to back off, reload. There's the reload indicator. And reset. This fight's certainly going in favor of Pubstars. Wow, there's another kill. Miserable goes down. That is a T1 for Pubstars
Drac
going
Hero,
down.
but a blind fire. Well, at least a fire when he knew where he was from the bush. Brings out from the 1390, and he's able to get that kill.
No T1s left for either team. Not like there was going to be much hope of making any cap pressure. This is probably the map we will see no cap pressure ever actually really do much of anything. Almost never seeing a cap out. So T1s really only good for vision. A lot of the time, they just die kind of like this, and then we see tier 8s left. But now we have a tier 8 advantage going to Pubstars. This is the opportunity for them to make something happen. They can push up north, south, wherever they want to, but they just need to find that opening and exploit it with their 1390s.
Enrique Dante's going to stay in this village area for a while. I could see him maybe peek on top of the mountain, on top of the hill, to see if he can get some surprise shots, making Pubstars think somebody's going to hit us from there. We're going to have to play a little more defensive, hug the railroad, and that could be some more map control and enemy control for Game Over. But it is a risk to take because once you are exposed, there's not really much cover until you move to the opposite side, down the other side of the hill. 7, Rella, Marsh 166 still left alive for Pubstars, and both the map spread, I'd say, is pretty much even.
Yeah, they're just on either side of the train tracks. This is how it slows down all the time. It's very difficult to approach across this next stretch from where Zevin, Rella, and Independent are up towards the tracks. In that stretch is the point at which you, if you're caught out and your enemy pokes out and recognizes how exposed you are, they could even up this fight, destroying either Rella or Independent. They're both down to about 800, 900 hit points. So it's very, very risky. They can't afford to lose much because you can lose 900 to 1,000 hit points just crossing that little, those 2 grid squares of distance. Just 2 grid squares.
Yeah, just 2 grid squares is the difference between life and death, between information gathering and not knowing what's going on. T69 is trying to gather some information, but Enrique Dante and Rafa Beta were able to scout him for a second. And now they're going to disappear. Nope, Enrique Dante's able to... Oh, he could have a shot.
And March 166 is actually going to close the distance. He's coming in from the north side of the map, crossing along the sea line. And he is actually... He represents a lot of control right now. He's got control of the northwestern part almost all the way up to the train tracks. He's actually going to back out, deciding not to continue flanking, and he's going to go north. He should... I'd really like to see March 166 actually go all the way north across the A line to A6 and maybe do something from there, but it looks like he gets on cap for a moment just to scare them and then just backs off.
Yep.
I'm not quite sure why. It's a really weird thing to do.
So it's like trying to poke a bear. It's asleep. Why would you do it? Well, to get their attention. Gandorfo in the T69 is going to help get up to the north side, but this leaves the south fully exposed. And tanking Daka, Rafa Beta, and Enrique Dante have the turrets pointed in the right direction. But if there's a full-on commitment coming from west to east from Pubstars, and if they focus on Rafa Beta first, they could clean up what's left.
Well, March 166 actually took something very interesting for him. He actually just took a hit to his gun. I think it was Rafa Beta. actually shooting him, but Marsh at 166 probably had to burn his repair kit to repair that. He might be holding on to it, but a 1390 with a damaged gun is not a very effective 1390 right now. Marsh 166 is going to be really sketchy in a fight if he doesn't burn his kit. He is going to begin scouting the south portion as those Pershing T-69s are moving out. We can see an engagement here very shortly.
Unless they stop right at the railroad tracks, but Enrique Dante's he's not going to stick around to find out. He's going to move across the village and then loop around here in a button hook type fashion to see if he can scout anything. He scouts the Pershing. Zevin almost has a shot but decides to back down. Enrique Dante's going to try to line up a shot against him. The Pershing is going to be aiming in 2 different directions. Enrique Dante's in a good spot to not get hit first.
Clutch. There are 2 tanks, 2 1390s crossing. Red Paradise and Marsh 166 are crossing to the south. They're going to take the hill. Marsh is going to have shots from the hill.
That's going to be a beautiful play here to try to negate push in, or at least a spread coming from Game Over. And Red Paradise deciding not to fully commit in that side. A smart decision because you want to have 3 avenues of approach to
3
confuse
lanes
your
of
enemy.
fire.
Yep.
Gotta have that. And Red Paradise will have shots just over the track. If Zevin can spot anyone just over the tracks, which he's trying to do here, and it doesn't appear as though he's actually getting anything out of it. There's Rafa spotted. I think Rafa's a bit too low, though, for Red Paradise to get any decent shots. And with this, actually, Independent is going to cross and be able to maybe proxy spot a few tanks. Enrique Dante does look like he got a decent hit out on Zevin. And everyone's going to pause to try and get shots. Independent gets a nice connection there. Enrique Dante is down to 849, 595 as from the hill. Marsh 166 is bringing out shots. He's taking fire, though, because he is spotted.
Yep, and one more shot against him, and he will go down. Is Marsh 166 able to get that last kill? No, he's taking some serious fire himself. This is the time that Pubstars needs to move in. If they have those turrets locked in against Marsh 166, they're not going to be focused on the rest of Pubstars, and this is the time for them to push into that area and go for the kill.
Here comes Red Paradise to finish off Enrique Dante. And Enrique Dante is doing a fantastic job here of dodging around the house. Red Paradise just not committing to chase him around. And here comes Zevin to finish him off.
Zevin tries to line up the shot.
But he misses.
Misses. Not good for the Pershing. He's going to try to hide behind the house here from the rest of the fire. And he crashes through the house and takes a shot to his front. Red Paradise still clipping, it looks like. No, he's going to try to line up a shot. And he misses against Enrique Dante. Pubstars cannot be missing here.
They're missing a ton of shots. This Pershing is just wasting time, not getting it. There's the connection for Paradise. This T-69s have a chance. Or maybe
no,
not.
They don't.
No, they had a chance there, it looks like, for a second with all those misses from Pubstars. But it looks like he's just going to make a decent showing, going down to 221. And there he goes.
And there's the last shot. Pubstars able to lead the series 2-1.
Well, it looks like we have the Pubstars spawning on the north side, and they will pick an Object 416, putting Rella in that tank again. A Pershing and 3 1390s. We're also seeing a Lol Tractor again by Wick. And on the other side from Game Over, a much slower setup with a T-32, a Pershing, 2 T-69s, and a 1390. I don't know about this Game Over. This is a really slow setup. Maybe they'll try and bully Pubstars out of position.
Try to bulldoze their way into their side of the map and go for a flag cap. Could be a possibility. But that east side valley will be seen. They will see Marsh 166 in that 1390 first. Red Paradise is not spotted yet, but Tanking Daka and Rafa have that 400-meter view range, and they're going to get the first shot against Red Paradise from Rafa. However, a tracking shot against Tanking Daka is able to hit him, but Tanking Daka is going to lead the charge in the Pershing because he is faster. He's going to get hit to the front, though. He's not going to stop moving as he tries to get behind some bushes for that camouflage, and then hopefully to the bottom of that valley. But Rafa, in his hold-down position, is able to bounce off a shot to the very front of his gun mantlet, and he tries to line up a hit. Does it hit? Well, Red Paradise at 853. It looks like that one did not. Tanking Daka on that Pershing just up that hill trying to land another shot.
Yeah, that was Zevin making the connection onto Tanking Daka as he crossed in the open. Now it looks like Zevin's going to back off, giving ground. I don't know about this opening move from Pubstars. It's very spread out, and they're forced to give up ground to the aggressors, which are Game Over. And Zevin, retreating like this, is opening himself to shots in the side from numerous tanks moving north. And it looks like they're going to have to just keep giving ground this whole battle. They do have that advantage. They do have maneuverability on their side, and they can use that. But I don't know about this setup really taking advantage of that. We'll have to see what Game Over does. If they continue to aggress past this past the ridge lines, then we might be able to see Pubstars take a win out of this. But Game Over is going to have a really rough time because they lack maneuverability.
Well, look at those bounces that they have right on Rafa here. They have a skimming shot right on the front, and the trajectory of those shells was right into the front of his turret. That's a great hold-down position that you use in the T-32. But they're able to creep and crawl, and as we were kind of saying, bully or at least bulldoze their way in, and they've taken a great position. But Pubstars can sweep to the south and start hitting from behind and then move away because of the mobility of their tanks.
Yeah, they could do that, and it looks like they're actually going to send Zevin up to A2 and to just snipe in the Pershing. This is an interesting position. He's got a high ground, so he gets to shoot down into Rafa Beta and Gandorfo and Nip and Tanky Daka, who in hold down would be able to usually bounce shots, but because you have Zevin in a high up position, he could actually get some nice connections in his Pershing. It will require strong spotting from Wick in the lull tractor, but I can see this working out for Pubstars. On the other side for Game Over, though, I'm not seeing a whole lot of options because they lack mobility. It's going to be difficult for them to get a flank going on when they can't do it quickly, and they'll get spotted out doing that. So they only have Henrique Dante to make most of the flanking maneuvers with the Pershings, with the Pershing and T-69s. Could do a flank, but it's something I don't see really working out for them.
We're going to find out what's going to work out for these teams here, because as a reminder, Pubstars up 2-1. They can draw it out, or they can go for the victory. But if Game Over is able to win this, we will go to a shootout. Rafa Beta and the T-32 still popping back and forth here. Let's go ahead and check on Drac Hero and the T-1. He's going to be in a bush, not able to spot anything yet in his quadrant. And all the way to the south is going to be Gigmaster. Gigmaster is going to be helping to call the battle from his position.
That's a weird spot to call a battle from.
But it is really, really difficult. Yeah, it could be. Oh, look at this push from Drac Hero. He's going to try to isolate any tanks that
But
can
he's
be
spotted.
seen.
He is spotted, and Rella is lining up a shot. Drac Hero looks like he's spotted Marsh, and Marsh is taking hits as he has to back behind a rock. And he's down to 645. Rella takes a hit as well. This is actually some decent spotting, and looks like the Pubstars were not prepared for this. Drac Hero doing amazing spotting here in his T1.
Yeah, Drac Hero hiding right behind this rock in a great position here to stop any fire coming from that northern section. But these tanks from Pubstars could circle around, go for the kill against
And look,
him.
Wick goes down the lull tractor from the Pubstars. Now a push has actually happened. They're bullying Pubstars out of position. This is exactly what they needed to do, and they're doing it just as they should. With a T1 spotting up from the mid, Pubstars cannot afford to dedicate the resources to go kill Drac Hero right now, or else they would risk losing the fight elsewhere. These 1390s cannot stand up to T-69s and a Pershing. They just can't.
That NIP 100 is low, low, low. 383 at a 1350. Now, with 4 minutes and 52 seconds left on the clock, Pubstars is just going to keep hanging back. They don't have to fully engage. They are in the advantage point here on battle number 5.
All they have to do is actually remember to keep giving ground and backing off, and make sure not to give up their cap too completely. Because risking that cap pressure is probably what would lose them this battle. If they just kept giving ground, that's fine, but they have to remember their cap. And that is just a super important point to make. If they can't defend their cap, that's where they lose. If they can't give ground, they'll lose there as well. They just can't win in a stand-up fight.
I see the strategy now from Game Over. They wanted to spawn to the south, use that eastern valley as a push, the longer view range of the Pershing and the T-32s, and then be in this exact position to hold out against Pubstars, playing at their own kind of defensive game really for this map, because they are so close to the flag cap, and now they're going to inch closer and closer to try to shut off any firing movement or any movement or fire from Pubstars to get that cap reset. And now they're going to be pushing in here.
And looks like Zevin is letting some shots out, and he is going to get spotted, actually. They know the Pershing is up here. They can start a fight anywhere else, and the Pershing is going to be late to the party. And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. I see tanks moving up on Independent, Miserable, and Rella. From on the ridgeline, they understand exactly their enemy's position, and they're making the appropriate moves right now. Drac Hero is taking hits, though, from Miserable, and I guess Miserable should go down in a moment as he is spotted.
And Miserable is spotted by Gigmaster. Gigmaster will be moving on that approach. But staying on the T-69, Enrique Dante, Gandorfo and his T-69, Enrique Dante in the AMX 1390, and tanking Daka and the Pershing will be pushing up here. They do see Independent in the 1390. Independent maybe trying to get that T1 kill, and he will go for the ram.
Yes.
And he does get the kill, but he's going to have to be on the run because here come the T-69s, Gandorfo, and then Tanking Daka in the Pershing. The other T-69.
Oh my, here come T-69 and Gandorfo and Tanking Daka are just going to smash Independent. Wow. Did you see that hit clutch?
Yeah, that T-69 shut him down. And now Tanking Daka can be on the approach for the Object 416. This is going to have to be a stick and move from Pubstars. 416 gets a great shot against NIP 100. One more hit, he will go down. Enrique Dante is able to take down Marsh 166. Red Paradise trying to hold the line. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Red Paradise able to get that kill. He's going to have to be on the run in his 1390. Rella is going to have to back up as well, but Rafa Beta and the T-32 is going to cut off their approach, at least their avenues, at least try to, for one of the tanks. It looks like he's going to focus on Red Paradise in 7, though. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left on the clock. Closer and closer. Rella is able to take down NIP 100, and now Pubstars is 3 against 3.
And can Red Paradise actually escape? He does. Not taking a hit. He's at 340. He can take 2 hits from most any tank. And Zevin is going to come up behind Gandorfo and maybe finish him off before Gandorfo can finish off Rella. There is the connection. And that is huge for Pubstars. Right now, Rafa Beta and Tanking Daka not being maneuverable enough to join the fight. There is Tanking Daka just lagging so far behind. And now Zevin and Rella can actually escape, possibly with their lives, maybe with a draw. They could even get the win. Very tight to get the win, but it's possible.
Well, Rella was able to, or excuse me, Gigmaster was able to track Independent earlier. Or no, it wasn't Independent. It was Rella in the Object 416. Excuse me.
There's Tanking Daka making connection on Zevin. Zevin making a connection in return, and Rella missing a shot all the way from the middle of the field behind a rock. This is Zevin now moving in on Tanking Daka. Zevin's probably going to go down here in a moment, but this fight is still pitched. Red Paradise is over at 348 on the other side of the map, and Rella is going to go down to 64 hit points.
Rella is in a bit of trouble here in the 416. Red Paradise is realizing, I am going to get out of here because if it's a draw, it will be a win for our team. We don't want to risk that. We don't want to lose that. He may be going all the way to the East Valley. Now it's 2 against 1. Red Paradise, the only one left alive, and this is going to be up to Game Over to chase him down as soon as he can. A Pershing and a T-32. Pershing obviously faster than the T-32 being a medium tank, but not the fastest tank in the game.
AMX 1390 just blows it away for speed, and Red Paradise is going to have, well, he's actually going to hide in probably the most predictable position. It looks like Tanking Daka and Rafa Beta are headed in the right direction. Can they make it there in 24 seconds? I say no, Clutch.
I say no indeed, but you know what? I would just start firing on the fly until you were in that range and reloaded, ready to go, because anything is possible. However, because of the East Valley, he will be in a... and Tanking Daka tries to get a shot randomly there.
Just like you were saying, Clutch. Yep. Yeah, but there it is. Red Paradise is all the way in C9. He is so far out. 3, 2, 1. There is a draw for Pubstars.
Yep, Pubstars will be the victors of this series